of Sleeping Giants, Red Star Belgrade. Now, in our last episode, we beat Jeunesse Daesh 11-0 away from home in our first Champions League qualifier of the season, and that is the beauty of being seeded. Although then again, we were seeded last year and still ended up playing against Plovdiv. This was much more relaxed, and I said I was going to rest players for the second leg, and I did. I promise you, I did rest players. Not all of them, because we had injuries as well, and I literally didn't have enough players in order to rest a full squad. But this game contains one of the funniest own goals I've seen on FM this year, and obviously it wasn't scored by my team, which is always a bonus. Now, the downside is that Lukijovic picked up an injury in this game, but it didn't actually count as a full injury, which is good. But the goal you're going to want to see, I mean, look at the condition on these guys. I can sort of understand why we were able to just demolish. Someone got a 3.4. This Kim fella guy, this Kim fella, 3.4. I've never seen a 3.4 before, and a 3.5. Dem fullbacks though. Wow, that's incredible. Anyway, right. I'm just going to show you. I will show you them because we don't have as many games to show you in this episode. Therefore, I can get away with showing you all 10 goals in this game. And once again, we weren't even as good as we were in the first game, although we did still score 10 goals, of course. But the thing that let me down a little bit on this one is the fact that we let them have a shot on target, and that is unacceptable behaviour. But what I would say is, considering this was our second string, I mean, we still had a Jovic up front. I will admit that we did put Jovic and Otto in because I hadn't played them previously, so it counted as rotation. But we played Izakovic, a youngster, and Zivkovic as our two sort of wing players. So, yeah, that guy actually looks like a referee. Like, they look like an entire team of referees, don't you think? But, yeah, so I genuinely think that I've actually got this on the right one. Yeah, so some of these might take a little while, but Zivkovic and Izakovic were both great in this game, genuinely. Ball in here, back to Otto. Otto whips that wide. Izakovic brings it down and scores his first ever goal. And that was a big moment for the lad. I think that was his first ever goal as a senior footballer. So 1-0 to us on 1 minute. And got to say, Mahatma Otto was absolutely superb again today. He picked up 4 assists and 2 goals. Ristic this time, this is the goal. The own goal. Now watch what Pluma does on the line here. I don't even know how this happened. So the ball's whipped in and it's on the line here. Now watch him just eventually just kick it into his own net. What the hell? I know he's trying to clear it, but that is amazing. He's just booted it into his own net. I love that. It's almost like he's taking out his frustration on the game. So yeah, that was 2-0. Whips in here from Antic, brought down here by Ristic, knocked through, and Izakovic he forces a save out to Sousa. He was actually very, very good, and I would have liked to have kept him on for longer in this game. But unfortunately, he actually got injured in scoring his second goal. Ball well knocked down there again. We didn't quite get as much possession as we did in the away leg, but I think, again, with a slightly weaker side, that was always going to be the case. But I must say, with less chance, that said, 16 clear-cut chances. Note that. I think that's the most I've ever seen. What a ball this is from Jovic, and what a piece of play this is from Lukijovic as well. Goes past one player, past 2 players, rolls it across the box, and there's Mahatma Otto to score his first of the game, which is his 3rd of the season. He's done really, really well. He's probably been our bright spark player this season so far, and that's a great thing because he had He had a lot of time out injured last season, and that's not what we want to see from him. He is too important to miss games, and so far this year he's played in every game, I think. Or maybe not quite every game, but he's so reliable, and that's the amount of assists he can get, and I think he will do the same kind of thing this year. I think if we don't see 20 from him, I'd be surprised. Look at that ball across, and wonderful save by D'Souza. Is this like on bloody... No, it's on key highlights, apparently. This is just the longest highlight known to man. We are 3-0 up at this point. Eventually, Izakovic is going to make this 4-0 to us here, and I got to say, like, he actually gets injured in scoring this goal, which is a shame. Great ball across from Zivkovic here, dinks it to the back post, and Izakovic goes down injured after scoring the goal, but he scored twice on his debut, so I can't fault him there. That was some great play from him. So that meant, of course, we had to bring on Vukan Savicevic, which can't have been good news if you're on the opposing side. He was so good. Otto here, Savicevic's first act after coming onto the pitch was to make it 5-0 there with his 2nd of the season. I was trying to keep him fresh by not playing him, but what's one of those things you just sometimes can't do, can you? Sorry, that was Skype going off in the background there, if you heard that. Now, in my next match, I feel like we've had enough goals for one game, but we hadn't. Otto, and again, it was saved. I think it's probably not worth me showing you the rest of the goals in this game, just because there is so many and it will take up so much time. But there you go. So we won 10-0, which meant that we actually won 21-0 on aggregate, which I think is probably the largest aggregate win I've ever been on the... the largest aggregate win I think I've ever seen on this game. It's a crazy amount to win a game by. There were some other quite large wins, like HJK Helsinki won a game by like 16-1, I believe, in that same group. So it's not the only big result, but I think ours is definitely the biggest. So we then had a friendly against Real Betis, which we lost 3-0, but Real Betis are a decent side. We also played a very sort of rotated side in that game too. Although that was in between what we're talking about. Then we were drawn against CFR Cluj. There were definitely weaker sides we could have been drawn against, I will say that, but you wouldn't think so when you look at this. We were actually very, very good against them, and I was surprised at how poor they were, considering I've seen Cluj play in the Champions League in the group stages, and I figured that they were better than that. But at the moment, they really, really aren't, and we've given ourselves a real chance coming into today's game by winning this home game 3-0. Like, it would take a mammoth effort from them in the home leg to basically, and all we need to do is basically score a goal. If we can score a goal, then they need 5 goals against us, and I can't see them scoring 5 against us. I really can't. We were so good at home, I have to say. Militic with the ball out onto the wing for Nikola Antic, whipped it across, cleared away. It comes back out here to Zivkovic. Eventually, Israelson, who has a play, whips it beautifully out to Avramovsky. Adamenko. And Otto is there, sliding in. Took 2 tries at it, but there you go. His 5th of the season and our 1st. We got off the mark, and we were playing well in this game, as you can see. 5 clear cuts, lots of half chances. They did have that one good half chance, I must say. Which probably should have been a goal. Otto's ball out to Ristic. Ristic whips it in, and there with a great header there is Dusan Zivkovic. Terrible goalkeeping, though, I have to say that. Awful goalkeeping. He hits it straight at him. So Zivkovic gets his 2nd goal of the season as well. Then from another set piece, Ristic's ball in, and this time ricochets around everywhere. Bazan Vera should have scored it, but eventually it's put over the line by Alexander Kovacevic, who'd come on as a substitute. And that's a 3-0 win in the first leg, and that's pretty much put us through, which is good. Red Bull Salzburg actually lost their first leg away at Trenčín, so it could be interesting on that one. So that's basically what we got there. I'm just going to run you through the squad. I've not made any more signings since you last saw us, basically. I've decided to go with what we have at the moment and use that little bit of extra money in case we're desperate later on, basically. I'm recording these games on Saturday afternoon, so I've got like Soccer Saturday on the other screen, so I'm just trying to keep an eye on some other things. Some weird shit going on. Man United are having a lovely old time. Right, so top goal scorer for us so far is Mahatma Otto with 5 in 4 games. Militic has 3, which is also fairly decent. Top assists, well, that's Mahatma Otto with 5 in 4 games. Though Savicevic also has 5, which is bloody amazing as well. Ristic has 3 too. Player of the match, those 3 basically. Pass rating, Savicevic has a 93, which is very, very impressive. Interceptions, wow. Vieira's already made 29 interceptions in his first 4 matches. I'm liking this lad a lot. Can you pair him to the other sort of centre-backs that we've been playing? Then again, he's been the only one that's really stuck in there for the entire length. So, key passes, though. Milo Ristic already had 23 key passes. This lad can pass, that is for sure. In terms of key tackles, well, we've not played against weak enough sides to really have many key tackles if you actually look at that. Aerial challenges, Vera looks good, Vera looks good in the air, and he has also made 8 mistakes though, but that I guess comes with the territory of playing there. So this episode might be quite a short one just because there isn't really much to say just yet. Let's get into things then, shall we? Match preview time. Right. So as you can see, we're going to be playing one of these teams in that playoff to get to the Champions League, basically. It could be Apoel Olympiacos, that one's finally tuned. Zagreb versus Karabag, I don't know, they're an Azerbaijani team. Red Bull and obviously Trenčín, there's Lech Poznan and Midtjylland, we can have a go there. Ludogorets and HJK, Malmo and Tirana, that's an Albanian cycle here, well done guys. Molde versus Celtic as well. Wow, there's a Montenegrin team called Sujeska Niksic, and they're playing Sheriff Tiraspol. And that team I thought was called Zvinsky Monster against Dundalk, who actually won. There's a potential chance for us to play someone like Dundalk in those, because I'm pretty certain that if those sort of teams go through, we will be seeded for the last qualifying round, which is perfect, and I think that's going to give us a real good chance of getting in, but we will only find out. And the draw will be on the end of this episode, because it's in a couple of days, so we'll do that, don't worry. Right, let's get into things. They're playing a 4-4-2. That's the same system they played against us away from home. We are going to go full strength, or might just... actually, I'm going to... Right, because Gavrich is back, which is good. Full strength back 4 is fine. Jovic, I don't think he's fully match fit yet. No, he is not fully match fit. Sorry, Luca, but you can't start this game. He's guaranteed to get injured if we do that. and I'm not having that. Plus, we're already 3-0 up. I'll bring him on as a substitute later in the game to get him some match fitness back, but I'm not starting him. That's the problem. Some of the players have taken a real long time to get their match fitness back, and I guess the issue there is we can't play that many friendlies because these games start so damn early, and we just can't seem to get that match fitness back. We've got reserve games, but the problem with those is it means that they're players that they're missing for these games, and we can't afford that. Right, let's try that. You notice my assistant's back now. I don't know what happened in those games. Like, in both games against the Luxembourgian team, I couldn't have... my assistant was not there to give me any kind of instructions. It was very strange. This should be relatively comfortable. You know, we won the first leg by 3-0. All we have to do really here is to avoid losing this game by that same scoreline. I think if we can just nick ourselves a goal at some point in this match, we'll be completely home and dry. Although even if we don't, and if we were to lose 2-0 here, that'll be a bit disappointing just because I think we're better than that. But, you know, we take what we can. Otto is, of course, playing as well. Oh, it's a great ball through for Vukan Savicevic. Can he wrap up the tie early on? And he's missed it. That was incredibly close from Vukan Savicevic. Could have wrapped up this Champions League tie nice and early. But, hey, the chance goes a begging and that happens. It was a clear-cut opportunity. You're telling me. Right, so, coming up to half-time, we're looking like the better side, but we've not created anything superb yet. But I'm completely happy to sit at the moment. I'm not really that bothered about us getting a, you know, a sort of not set piece, like a trophy result here. You know, it's an away game. If we don't win, then that's fine. Even if we lost 2-0, I'd be happy. But I think if we did lose 2-0, I'd probably still be a little bit disappointed. Something I've started doing now is checking that at half time, because I find that they sometimes make little changes, and my assistants, especially on my Pompey save, have actually come up with interesting ideas for different player instructions there to what they said at the start of the game, and I think that's actually helped in my saves. So generally I ask at halftime and after they've made a couple of substitutions, and I find that seems to get you a little bit tighter. Ball into the back post. Adamenko's cleared it, but that's really not very good as far as clearances go. Well blocked. Well done, guys. A goal there might have given them a bit of hope, so I'm glad we've managed to get that one away, basically. Tell you what, right, we may have had the better of the shooting overall, but they've had the 2 clear-cut chances so far, so fair play to them on that one. Savicevic now, But as long as we can get to sort of 70 minutes, I think, without conceding that first goal, I don't really see any way they're going to come back into this tie, really. Oh, sorry. Heart in mouth moment there. Uh-oh. Oh, no, well done. Oh, no, you've lost it. They're actually looking okay. They're looking a lot better than they did in the first leg. Oh, chance. Chance! Georgiou! That looked offside. Is that 1-0? It is 1-0, amazingly. And I guess they kind of deserve it, but that looks a little offside to me. Or is it one of my players were really deep? Oh, that looks offside. I'm sorry. My player down here, I didn't think that he was playing him onside. He looked offside to me. In fact, we're going to... I don't normally do this during the live games because I normally don't notice it as much, but we're going to go on elevated. I'm going to just have a little look-see here. Because for me, something a little bit fishy about that. Sorry about this, guys. I'm just curious. It looked a little bit offside. Can we not speed this up a little bit? No, why won't it let me... There we go. Right, I'm just going to rewind it slightly. No, okay, fair enough. He is onside. Just a little bit of a weird one. Right, let's go back to live and we'll go. So we've got to be careful now, because they've got a goal back. They've got a goal back on the tie. It's 3-1. Then again, we were kind of like that in don't let them score another one straight away. That would be bad. Well done, Israelison. I don't think we deserve to be really losing this game, but they've... Oh, come on now. Let's not get silly. Oh, come on. No. What are you doing, guys? This is just stupid. What are you playing at? You've got a comfortable 3-0 lead here, and you are desperately trying to throw it away, right? We're going to have to try and sit back a little bit here, I think. I'm going to make the first substitutions first before we start adjusting the tactics, because that is surprising. Oh, come on, not another one. Surely not another one. You let them score another one, and I will be very annoyed. Right. Oh, my God. All right, thank God Stankovic was there. Jesus, they've really come at us in the second half, but I guess we should have expected that. We probably need to drop deeper. That is for sure. And maybe just close down a little bit less. I'm going to pass into space, because they're going to clearly try and be a bit more forthcoming, so they'll leave gaps, in theory, which we should be able to exploit. Otto, Militic, round the corner, Ristic! Oh, yes! That's the goal we needed. That is the goal we needed. Cluj 2, Red Star Belgrade 1. And I tell you what, they've had a good old go at us. And fair play to them for that, because I genuinely didn't have them down as a team that were even going to try that. Militic has a lovely little ball here through, and Mihailo Ristic is a hero there. Now they need 3 goals, and I'm not prepared to let them have those. You know, that would be quite a lot for us to concede. But they may have jinxed it earlier when I said they're never going to score 5 goals against us. Well, they're having a bloody good try at it, that's for sure. Hopefully, make the first substitution now, actually, while I'm here. First sub, who should we get on? I'll tell you what, let's give MacLeod a little bit of a break, because he is looking a little bit knackered, although I'm looking at Ristic as well for the next one, to bring on maybe Kovacevic in that position. Well, maybe we could get level here. That's the thing, I think what might end up happening here is they've got themselves 2 goals, and now they're going to come pushing at us, but I think they might end up getting caught, and we might end up drawing this game 2-2 or something, and that's happened to me a few times in Europe already. Militic round the corner for Ristic again! Bloody hell! Well, hello, Ristic is having a lovely old time. That's 2-2 now, and that is game over and tie over. Now they need 4 goals in the next 25 minutes. That is not going to happen. But it's almost the same goal again. Militic here spots a good run, and the goalkeeper was really poor on that one. But Ristic has been fantastic today, genuinely. But he will be coming off in about 5 minutes' time. I am also going to ask my assistant for a little bit of advice here. Just yeah, see, that's what I mean. It does change. Oh, crap, now I can't make the substitution, can I? Ristic has been superb. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. But now he's coming off because he's only got 64% condition. And I'd like to get Gavrich off as well if I can. I'll tell you what, I'm going to bring Jovic on for Gavrich here, because he can play on the left. And Gavrich is a player I'm desperate to stay fit as well. And I think Jovic could use 15 minutes just at the end here to try and get some of his match fitness back up again. That's sort of my final roll of the dice in this game, really. They're not going to score 4 in the next 15 minutes. I know we've done it once before when we were on one of our ridiculous runs in Europe a couple of seasons ago, but I can't see them. They might win the game 3-2 though, and that will be a little bit of a souvenir for them, shall we say. Appiah. Tell you what, we've left a huge gap here for Diach, and that is a good goal from them, and poor goalkeeping from us. We've not been good tonight. They've just shaded it 4-3 on clear cuts. We've had more shots, but I mean, look at this. The gap we left there. I don't know where my right back's got to. Adamenko is, I think, my right back, and he's definitely at fault for that. He should be tucking in a little bit more. Yeah, we'll probably just close him down. Oh, it doesn't matter. We're a couple of minutes from the end now. Even if they were to win this 4-2, it wouldn't make any difference. But they've given us a bit of a tough run here, and so fair play to them on that one. Savicevic to Spotovic now. Can he knock it beyond Militic? Savicevic, can he turn? Oh, that's a penalty, isn't it? No? Okay, looked like a penalty to me. Adamenko whips it into Kovacevic. Oh, Savicevic, now he's going to shoot and surely score. Wow, good save. Actually, I'll tell you what, looking at the balance of the stats, we're probably a little bit unlucky to be losing this game on the night. You know, 4 clear cuts each. We've had 1 more half chance, more shots overall. Probably should have won this game on the night, but, you know, we're not too bothered about that, really, are we? Oh, my life. That is a woeful effort there from Kovacevic, but it doesn't matter because we've won 3-2 and we've lost 3-2, but we've won 5-3 on aggregate. 2 goals for Militic. Sorry, 2 assists for Militic and 2 assists and oh my god, my words, and 2 goals for Mihailo Ristic. So there we go. Well done, guys. Moving on to the next round. Right. I'm going to now cut to the Champions League draw for the next round. See you guys in a sec. Right, guys, we are back, and oh, it's actually bloody happened this time. We are seeded for the Champions League playoff, which means that we're going to be playing either Malmö, which I really don't want to play against Malmö, because they're not a bad team, are they? And Molde aren't bad either, and frankly, neither's Lech Poznan. If I have a choice, we're taking either Dundalk or Sujecka Nitsik. That's who I want. One of those two would be absolutely glorious. But it looks like we're in a great position to get ourselves through to the Champions League, and those couple of seasons of success have really pushed us, because we're actually ranked 3rd out of the teams in here now, with a coefficient of 29.3, which is much, much nicer than what we were sort of enjoying a few seasons ago. That it's been so crucial to keep the run going, and I think now we might start to get a little bit more luck with the draws. I don't think we're going to be moving up a pot into the 3rd pot anytime soon in the Champions League group stages, but let's not get preoccupied with that. We've still got the draw to do. So, I want Dundalk or Sujecka. I wouldn't mind Lech Poznan either, basically. And Molde if we have to, but I really don't want Malmö. Malmö. Let's see what we can do here. Malmö, please don't be us, please don't be us, please don't be us, please don't be... Yes! Right, we've avoided the one we didn't want. Ludogorets, and they are playing? Sujecka, okay, so we could still get Dundalk, come on! Oh! Lech Poznan, please? Poznan, come on, Poznan. Oh, mate. Well, it's going to be Molde. Ooh! Okay, so we're going to be playing Molde of Norway, and I don't think that's a... There are worse teams we could have been playing against. Malmö was the one I wanted to avoid. Poznan would have been nice, but I'll take Molde. I think we can beat them over 2 legs, don't you? Unless they're going to come up with something special. But for me, I think we should be strong enough to beat them over 2 legs. So there you go, guys. We will be playing Molde in the Champions League playoff, and of course the game is going to be... That one is the game you're going to be seeing in the next episode. So before then, I'm going to be doing, of course, the Spartak Zlatibor game. We're going to be playing against Čukovički, obviously the first leg at home to Molde, and the Superliga game against Bazania. So join me in the next episode for the crucial one away in Norway against Molde. So, if you guys have liked what you've seen, please drop a like on the episode, and if you'd like to even more than that, please subscribe to my channel for more Portsmouth and Red Star Belgrade in your inbox every single day at 5:30 and 8 o'clock, and I will see you guys in the next episode for the game against Molde FK. Bye-bye.